Most travelers only visit the famous spots, the postcard locations that flood your social media feed. But what if I told you some countries are hiding natural wonders so breathtaking, even locals don't know about them? These are places that feel like they belong on another planet, tucked away from the crowds, waiting to be discovered. Stay with me until the end, because the #1 country will shock you. It's probably not what you think. We're not talking about tourist traps or overrated viewpoints. These are caves, lakes, forests, and landscapes that feel untouched, secret, and otherworldly. They are the Earth's best-kept secrets. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to go if you want an adventure that most travelers miss. A journey into the heart of our planet's most hidden natural wonders. Our first stop is a tiny European nation that punches far above its weight, Slovenia. Most visitors flock to the fairy tale shores of Lake Bled, but they completely miss the country's subterranean kingdom. Deep beneath the rolling green hills lies the Scochen Caves, a UNESCO World Heritage site that feels like a journey to the center of the Earth. You walk across a bridge suspended nearly 50 meters above a roaring underground river, inside a canyon so vast it has its own ecosystem and climate. It's not just a cave, it's an underground Grand Canyon. It's often overlooked because its neighbor, the Scochen Cave, has a train and is more commercially famous. But for raw, powerful, and humbling nature, Scochen is unmatched. The best time to visit is during the shoulder seasons of May or September to avoid the crowds and enjoy pleasant weather. For a truly unforgettable experience, Slovenia hides its magic underground. But if you think a hidden European canyon is impressive, wait until you see the secret oases hidden in the deserts of our next country. Next, we journey to the Arabian Peninsula, to Oman. When you picture Oman, you likely imagine vast golden sand dunes and ancient forts. And you're not wrong. But hidden within its rugged mountain ranges are emerald green pools and lush waterfalls that defy the desert landscape. This is Wadi Shab. Reaching its most beautiful pools requires a short boat ride and a 45-minute hike through a stunning canyon, wading through crystal clear water. The final reward is a hidden waterfall inside a cave, accessible only by swimming through a narrow opening. Sunlight streams through the cracks above, illuminating the water in a brilliant turquoise glow. Tourists often miss it because they stick to the capital, Muscat, or the more accessible desert camps. They don't realize that Oman's greatest treasures require a bit of a trek. A practical tip: wear sturdy water shoes with a good grip, as the rocks can be slippery. The contrast of vibrant life in the middle of an arid landscape makes Wadi Shab a truly magical discovery. From desert pools to jungle giants, our next stop takes us deep into Southeast Asia, to a country of staggering beauty, Vietnam. Travelers know Vietnam for Ha Long Bay's limestone karsts and the bustling energy of its cities. But its true heart lies in the remote wilderness of Phong Nha Bang National Park, home to the largest cave system in the world. While the famous Son Doong Cave is almost inaccessible, the park is riddled with other colossal caverns that are open to exploration. Paradise Cave, for example, is a 31-kilometer-long dry cave with stalactites and stalagmites so grand they resemble ancient temples. You can walk a kilometer into its mouth on a wooden boardwalk and feel utterly dwarfed by its scale. This entire region is overlooked simply because it's harder to get to than the coastal hotspots. You have to want to find it. For the best experience, book a multi-day caving expedition to explore caves that see very few visitors, allowing you to swim in underground rivers and camp on subterranean beaches. It's an adventure that reveals a side of Vietnam most people never knew existed. Quick question: if you could explore one hidden wonder for free, would you choose a glowing cave or a secret desert canyon? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's head to South America, to the long, slender nation of Chile. With the Andes Mountains on one side and the Pacific on the other, Chile is a land of extremes. Most visitors head south to the iconic granite peaks of Torres del Paine. But if they traveled just a bit further off the beaten path, they would find the Capillas de Marmol, or the Marble Caves. Carved over 6,000 years by the turquoise waters of General Carrera Lake, these caves are a swirling masterpiece of blue, gray, and white mineral formations. You can only reach them by a small boat, gliding through tunnels and under archways of polished marble. The way the light reflects off the azure water and dances on the cave walls is mesmerizing. The reason it remains a hidden gem is its remoteness. It's a long journey down the Carretera Austral, one of the world's most scenic but challenging road trips. The best time to go is from December to March, when the summer sun makes the watercolor even more intense. This is one of those places that proves the most difficult journeys lead to the most beautiful destinations. Our next destination is an island that feels like a separate continent altogether, Madagascar. Famous for its unique wildlife, like lemurs and chameleons, its geological wonders are often left in the shadows. Forget the baobab trees for a moment and picture this: a forest made not of trees, but of razor-sharp limestone needles stretching towards the sky. This is the Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park. Tsingy means where one cannot walk barefoot, and for good reason. It's a labyrinth of sharp spires, deep canyons, and hidden caves. To explore it, you navigate a series of suspension bridges, ladders, and harnesses, turning the hike into a thrilling vertical adventure. It's one of the most unique and otherworldly landscapes on the planet, a true fortress of nature. It's overlooked primarily due to its sheer inaccessibility. Reaching the park requires a multi-day journey in a 4x4 vehicle over rough terrain. This isn't a casual day trip, which is precisely why it remains one of the world's most pristine and underrated travel destinations. You absolutely need a local guide to navigate this incredible stone forest safely. Now, before we reveal the country with the most jaw-dropping hidden wonders, here are two quick honorable mentions that deserve a spotlight. First, Iceland. Beyond its famous Blue Lagoon lies Fjallaglufur Canyon, a serpentine gorge that looks like it was carved by a mythical beast. While it's gained some fame recently, its raw, dramatic beauty still feels like a secret. Second, Peru. Everyone knows Machu Picchu, but high in the Andes is the recently discovered Palcoyo Rainbow Mountain. Less crowded than its famous counterpart Vinicunca, it offers a stunning panorama of 3 distinct rainbow-colored mountains, offering a more serene and profound experience of these incredible secret landscapes. And now for our number 1 spot, the country with the most hidden natural wonders, a place where magic feels real and discovery awaits around every corner. This country is New Zealand. Wait, you might be thinking, New Zealand isn't hidden. And you're right, Its epic landscapes are world famous. But that's precisely why its deepest wonders remain hidden in plain sight. Tourists follow the Lord of the Rings trail. They crowd Milford Sound, and they hike the popular Great Walks. But they miss the true, untamed soul of the country. Forget the crowded tourist caves, and instead find the lesser-known spots in Waitomo, where you can black water raft under a galaxy of glowworms in near-total silence. Skip the main fjords and take a multi-day boat trip into Doubtful Sound. The Sound of Silence, a place so vast, so deep, and so quiet. It feels like you've reached the dawn of time, but the ultimate hidden wonder is found on the west coast of the South Island, the Oparara Arches. Deep within the Kahurangi National Park, this is a system of massive limestone arches and caves, sculpted by an ancient river. The Moria Gate Arch is so perfectly formed, it looks like an entrance to a fantasy kingdom, surrounded by a lush, primeval rainforest that has remained unchanged for millennia. New Zealand is number one because of its staggering diversity packed into a small landmass. Within just a few hours, you can go from glaciers to rainforests to volcanic fields. This density of nature creates an endless supply of overlooked valleys, forgotten waterfalls, and secluded coastlines that the tour buses will never find. If I had to choose one adventure in my lifetime, it would be exploring the remote corners of New Zealand, far from any trail, where the earth still feels truly wild. So those are the countries hiding the most spectacular natural wonders on Earth. From the underground rivers of Slovenia to the silent fjords of New Zealand, the world is full of secrets waiting for you. Which one surprised you the most? And which country would you add to this list? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, you'll love my video on the most underrated cities in the world. Click here to keep exploring.